Welcome and welcome back. I'm Martin and I'm so happy today that I can show you a new library that really touched me. It's so human, it's so expressive, and a big thank you goes out to Rob from Westwood Instruments, who handed out an NFR copy to me so I could test drive it and I can showcase it to you. And it's the Solo Brass Untamed. And some of you might have seen my video about the Solo Strings Untamed, really expressive. Some of you might have seen the I Catch You from the score relief competition of this year, where I scored the whole scene only with the solo cello untamed. And I suggest, let's head over to the studio. We will make the music talk. We'll have a listen to some demo cues that I came up with, and then I will go a little bit into detail to show you what this library is capable of, even if in a short video there is no way that I can show you all the 5 instruments that there are in there, because it's not only one, it's 5. But I hope at least that I will be able to give you an idea what this beauty really does, and I would say, let's do this. Good, so I hope that gave you a minimum idea what this library is capable of. What to say? This is one of the libraries that really are hard to showcase in a video because there is so much going on. So if we look at the very first cue quickly, I used the trumpet, the Flügelhorn, the Euphonium, the trombone and the tuba, but I added even the solo cello untamed to have a cello line underneath quickly. Which even this one, it's the exact same concept where you do have the improvisations, the A1, the A2, the B1, the B2, and so on and so forth. I added even the lost piano. I will need to talk about this even soon, I think. Such an incredible, not conventional piano library. And I do have the old piano from Westwood, just to underline the melody line, and I do have a little bit of percussion from Damage. That's what's going on in the first one. The second one is nearly the same. The third one might be interesting. Maybe some of you recognized it. That's my piece, After the Battle. There should be the link where exactly is the original version. You can find it even on Spotify and all the other streaming services. And I just thought what I arranged there with the whole orchestra and with the whole string section, I might rearrange it with these 5 Solo Brass instruments. And it gave the whole piece a complete new meaning, a complete new depth, and even a little comical elements the same for all those improvisations going on. Wonderful for scoring a movie, in my opinion, where you need, to take out maybe a little bit of drama of a scene or something like that. And then the very last example I just took from Lumina, from Project Sam. Those Lumina Sordinos, and I added the brass on top. So if I blend out the Lumina, just listen what those brass players are doing. Just adding that human touch, that human feel to it. Okay, let's get a little bit into detail. One thing first. I suggest read the manual. And don't read the manual only for my know your libraries, know your tools. I mean, yes, it's important to know a library like this in depth, to really take out all these little details. But Rob has a very, very fine sense of humor. And there have been many lines that really made me smile, like, there's an online help because no one is reading manuals anymore. Brackets, you little rebel. Enjoy the manual. And yeah, that's the trumpet in this case. As I said before, the whole Solo Brass Untamed comes with 5 instruments. It's the trumpet, the Flügelhorn, the Euphonium, the trombone, and the tuba. And this is how one single instrument looks like. You do have the attack and the tightness and the release. You do have an EQ. You do have space where you can choose. I mean, everything you can see it here that you heard was really the Solo Brass Untamed out of the box. No external effects, anything, but here you can choose warm hole, church hole, lost hole, empty room, small room, no room. You do have a stereo width for all the instruments. You do have dynamics, expression, and vibrato. And if we look, for example, at what the Euphonium does here, then I should tell you one thing about this library. Maybe at this point it will make you lose lots of time. This library is time consuming. This library is not your put 2 fingers on the keys and enjoy the evolving texture going on. No, this one you really have to think about having that euphonium or trombone or trumpet player in front of you, and you direct the player note by note. What does this mean? If I go into the euphonium, just have a look at the automation, the modulation, the expression. On some of them, even the vibrato, right click, learn me, this is your automation. You put it on your faders, you even have the vibrato then but that's not everything. Look at the red things here. Those are my key switches. I gave this tip already in another video. If you color your key switches, like in my example, red, you easily find them in your piano roll. So if you have a library and you work with key switches, then use this little trick to find your key switches. So if we look what's going on here, you see I'm on improvisation A, which is one type of playing, and then there comes the key switch and it goes to improvisation C. And then there comes the next key switch and it goes to improvisation D, and so on and so forth. So that's the first thing. So every single note you do have those 4 improvisations plus an improvisation round robin where it goes through the improvisations by random. You do have the storms, the long, the vibrato slow, the vibrato fast. We will go through the sounds in a while. But not only every single note has 3 velocity layers, and up in the velocity layer, even there, the sound playing, you know, the technique playing changes. So if I play a C soft, then that's the sound hard, then that's the improvisation. So it's completely different, completely depending. On the velocity, this is why you see I even played a lot here with the various velocity layers to have the various sounds coming out, even with the trumpet, for example. There you can hear it really. A very soft velocity, a medium velocity, a high velocity, okay, and that's improvisation D. We do have the same on improvisation A. So this is not your solo library to write those legato melody lines. No, that's your library to really put the cherry on top of your pie, with those human elements, with those human errors, with those human... I really, really love it. So yes, there are the improvisations if we are here with the trumpet. Then, as I said, the improvisation round robin, you have the storms. Here you have a switch, monophonic or polyphonic. You do have the long notes. Long, muted, very nice sound. Alternative fingering, soft air. Very, very, very nice. The flautando, if you will, of the brass. You do have a soft with the mute. You know, this mute, which they put into the cone of the brass instruments. The surges muted, the tonguing. The tonguing muted. Then you do have the half valves, yeah. NTP, now that's my problem. I don't remember what the shortcut stands for. If someone of you knows it or finds it quicker than me in the manual, write it in the comments. The shorts. So yes. The without making names fraction. You do have the shorts muted, very nice sound even. About the keyboard, blue keys is the playing range, red keys are the key switches, and then you do have the shorts muted. One with the H, one with the C, even this I'm so sorry I don't remember. This is a very complex beast, and as I said, this is one of the instruments we went through quickly through the interface the Flügelhorn. I loved it. And obviously, if you then write a piece, a melody, a whatsoever, and then you go through every single instrument, note by note, to choose the right improvisation and to choose the right velocity layer, to really have it playing as you wish. Rob, you did a wonderful job with this one. A really, really wonderful job with this one. On this one, for example, on the Flügelhorn, you see you do have the A, B, C, D improvisations. You do have always those 4 improvisations. There's the round robin improvisation and the storms. You don't have the muted and the shorts and that stuff on the Flügelhorn. You do get it on the Euphonium, for example. You see there are, again, more. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? You have the storms, you do have the longs. You do have the shorts, for a line like this, program with the key switches, that you really have the short notes with the short articulation, the longest with the long one, much more realistic. You do have 4 microphones that you can mix here. So I think there are no wishes left on this one. Vibrato slow. Vibrato fast. The fluttering muted. Surges soft. Surges loud. Shorts. Shorts muted. Smudges, very nice, even this one. And pops. Oh, sorry. The trombone. Let's listen a little bit to the trombone. Even there, look at the trombone. How many articulations you get with the trombone. Let's start with improvisation A. Improvisation B, C. And obviously the stronger the velocity, the wilder and the more untamed the player gets. Storms. Very haunting. Let's make it like this, sorry. Nice! Long. Flutter. Soft air, even on this one. Soft mute, surges. Tonguing. bends, and they are nice. Bends muted. A drone. A multi, then a long fall when you leave the key. Very nice, a short fall. The shorts. Shorts muted. And shorts muted again. And we come to the last instrument, and yes, some of you might know I'm Bavarian, and if you think about us Bavarians, what do you think about? Yes, animals like this, good beer, and a tuba. And what is the tuba in Bavaria doing? This is the tuba doing. And then normally, you know, we take an ice cold beer, we open up our ice cold beer, exactly like this, and believe me, now, whilst I will edit this video, I will enjoy this beer. Even with the tuba, obviously, you know, you do have the improvisations, the storm, the longs, the flutter, the flutter muted, soft surges, surges loud, vibrato slow, vibrato fast, even here the soft air, the shorts muted, the pops, and the shorts. Prost! I think that's it. I hope I could give you a minimum idea of what this library is capable of once you really understand how to use it, how to work with it, with the three faders that I always suggest: dynamics and expressions, you know, the mod wheel and the expressions, the vibrato, even very important. And then with this one, you have to work with the velocity, and you have to work with the key switches. And I think you can tell from the piano roll, you can tell how much work goes into those tracks. But then as a result, you get something as human as this. And yeah, that's it from my side. If you like videos like this and you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, and I know that only 20% of you watching my videos are subscribed, so please do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit even the bell so you're notified when the next video comes out. Let's listen again to what I came up with. See you in the next video or in the next live stream. Bye bye.